Vincenzo'S Go Crypto Investing this September the 25th, 2025 cryptocurrency and blockchain technology update. As we look at the charts today, we're going to focus in on the Bitcoin and the crypto. You can see the Bitcoin's down 1.5%. The DGB is down 3.75%. The ALGO is down 2.25%. The Ethereum has been getting hammered recently. And if we look at the Ethereum, you can see that we came to the megaphone neckline support and we actually failed it. And now we're coming down just above the 100-day moving average. And you remember, since we've broken above it here, when we pumped, we kept saying we thought it was going to come back down to the megaphone neckline support. And then that would be where it's decision time. Does it hold it and then we get back into the $5,000 range? Or does it fail to hold it? And that's exactly what it did now as we take a look at it. And then we said our first area of major support is the 100-day moving average below it. You can see it's sitting and wick down just above the 100-day moving average, which is at 38.51, and the price is at 4,000 right now. And then you can see your major underneath support, which is the top part of that green support and resistance box, sitting there at 34.69. And then the 200-day moving average just below that at 33.95. So that's what we're watching here. What you would expect technically is it to hold the 38.51, the 100-day moving average, for at least a short time and make at least a run up to retest the megaphone neckline resistance now because it's below it. And then that would be a decision point. Does it break down and end up coming down to the 34.69, or does this just a quick correction and it gets back on top of it and starts to trade up? So that's what we're going to be watching for over the next several days. What does this do now as the moving averages are starting to trend bearish? As you can see that 50 days starting to trend down a little bit, 100 days running parallel, and the 200 days slightly uptrending still, right? Oh, a very interesting time for the Ethereum price in the short term because there were a lot of buyers that bought in at the new all-time high. And usually what happens is you have to have a correction. And I could see something all the way down into here. And we've been warning about that resistance box ever since we broke through it, that it could come back down there. And this would be a classic where you go from a new high and then you hammer them with a 40% correction. That's not saying it's going there, but these are all things we're watching out for in the Ethereum price in the short term and the medium term, right? If we look at the XRP, has had a very, very severely down day. You can see we got and continued our rejection off of this with our industry exclusive perching tool from right on top of the 307. We were telling you when we were back